Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my podcast, Stay Awake. Today, I have a special treat for you guys. I am here with the Thirst Project with Luke, and I really want you guys to get to know Luke and everything that they're doing here at the Thirst Project. He's an amazing speaker, so I'm going to let him carry this. But what is the Thirst Project?
So the Thirst Project is the world's leading youth water organization. And so what that means is there's a lot of great charities in this space, especially in water, doing a lot of great work, but nobody works with young people the way we do. And so right now we'll travel to around 500 to 600 different middle schools, high schools, colleges, speaking to young people, telling them what we believe is the biggest issue today, and the fact that 663 million people still just don't have access to basic, safe, clean drinking water. And so when we go to these schools, students will naturally want to take action with us through, we give about a 45-minute presentation breaking down what the water crisis is, what students like them across the world are already doing to solve it, and then how they can take action. And so once students are really interested in taking action with us, we have a whole team here at Thirst Project that is kind of like an account manager for our students and helps fund them with resources and tools to build fundraisers in their communities. And even if they don't want to fundraise, helping them build out awareness campaigns, because not everyone wants to ask somebody for $1. So it's like, okay, what can you do today? Go tell somebody. If someone doesn't know about the water crisis, you can make a difference by telling them about it.
What are some of the things that you talk about when you go to see these young kids? What are some of the stats and the facts that you throw at them?
Absolutely. So some of the biggest facts, besides the large number that 663 million people just don't have access to basic, safe, clean drinking water, is that over 4,100 children die every day from easily preventable waterborne diseases, and over 80% of diseases in the entire world are waterborne. And so clean water plays such a huge role in not only preventing disease, but also treating it. And so in the kingdom of Eswatini, which is where we build the majority of our projects, they are unfortunately best known for having the highest HIV/AIDS rate in the world.
Wow.
And so 1 in 4 people in the entire nation have contracted HIV/AIDS. And without access to clean water, the water will actually kill you quicker than the actual HIV/AIDS will.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane. And when I first met with you and you told me that one of the reasons why all of these people are so sick is because they don't have access to clean water. And I know that happens in other countries and third world countries, but it's also something that I feel like is happening here in the US as well, that there's not clean sources of water, or that there's sources of water that we think are clean, but they're really not. How do you feel about that?
That is an ongoing issue that we are still trying to figure out where our position, because we're primarily an international water project organization. And so domestic issues here in the United States are something we still haven't figured out what we're going to do. But that's a really important thing for us to figure out in this next year. Because as we've seen with Flint, it is a very big issue, but it's also a man-made issue.
Absolutely.
And so it was mismanagement of a water source and a number of other variables to not have a surplus of water to fix that issue once it came up. And so apparently there was about a $450 million government stimulus package to be implemented through Flint, and they have finished the last 70 million apparently this week. And so after this 70 million gets implemented within a very short period of time, hypothetically, everyone should have at least safe, not perfect and beautifully clean water, but safe water to drink. Yeah. And that's hypothetically.
I know. I had seen something, a video on Instagram of a young girl that she was, I guess, appealing to the Senate. She was in some courthouse and she was talking about how in the inner city, like in New York, that a lot of the kids were sick from the water. And she was talking about, all kinds of diseases, and that's not common knowledge. And then what's also not common knowledge, which is like the microplastics that are in the water. And after meeting you, I got really interested in water, and I started doing a little bit of research. And I also found there was another company called H Factor that also educated me a lot as well on water. And it was mind-blowing to me, because we cannot be healthy without a clean source of water or clean source of air. So it just obviously brings up all these different kind of conspiracy theories in my mind. It's like, how can the government allow us to be drinking microplastics? How is it possible that the whole world can't just get water? It's something so basic for us to survive that it's always like, is this population control or what? I don't know. I love my conspiracies. But so tell me a little bit about how you guys are providing clean water to these places.
Absolutely. And so I'll save you all the how we get the money. So once the
Okay.
money's to Thirst Project, there's a very kind of strict process that we go through. And so we have what we call our standards of sustainability checklist. And so for us to be able to fund water projects in a community, we have a local person from each area that oversees all of our
Oh,
projects.
cool.
So in the Kingdom of Eswatini, for example, our country director, his name is Sibu Siso Shiba, and he used to work for the Rural Water Affairs Department of the government. So it was a perfect opportunity for him to do what he's been doing at a much higher level. He only had about a
Amazing.
$50,000 budget from the government. We were offering him around a $500,000 budget to
Sick.
build more water projects. And so he serves as the nucleus between all of the projects we build. Us here at Thirst Project providing the funds and the oversight, the communities that we serve. So he takes them through sanitation and hygiene training programs. He
Wow.
makes them create a reserve bank account where families will contribute, even if it's 5 cents a week, as much as they can to prepare for any maintenance or repairs that will inevitably have to happen over
Right.
time. And then we also create a technical board of 5 men and 5 women who are in charge of essentially running that entire project and managing that
I
project.
already love it, because you're not only empowering these men, but you're also empowering women
Yep.
by putting them in the mix and making five and five, making it fair. I love that. And you're just empowering the people to be able to take care of themselves and also teaching them about the way that the business or the system works,
Yep.
hygiene, all that stuff.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
And so then once that community goes through all those things, they're then eligible to get a project, and we just have a running queue of projects to fill. And so then once we're ready to fill that project, we will hire and contract local hydrologists and geologists to find where best to drill, and then local drillers to actually drill a borehole well.
Cool.
And then once the borehole is set, it takes 2 days from start to finish to actually complete a project. So building the cement
That's pretty
casing
fast.
around it, the piping, the trench, and the fence. And so then within 2 days after that, a project's able to be finished, and we'll document that project within 1 calendar year to go report back to donors who fully fund projects to say, here's what this community used to rely on, here's
Right.
the impact of your clean water, and then the community thanks that donor by name. And so it's a really cool and exciting experience, and that helps us really improve the sustainability of our projects, because another really less sexy stat in the water space is that 60% of projects funded by foreign NGOs on the continent of Africa alone fail within the first year. And so
And how many years have you guys been
so
doing
we've
this?
built over 2,500 projects, and we've had only 12 failures. And so less than a
Wow.
percent. And that is
amazing.
obviously only 10 years worth of work, but we're excited to know that we're at
No, but
least
you guys
above
are-
the standard and continue to build sustainable projects.
That's amazing. How can, okay, so I know that this is basically funded or almost by schools, by young people. And I know that you had told me a story before that I loved that was kind of like about these young kids, and they identified with some of the images or some of the stories that were told. And so tell me one of your stories.
So even my story, really, Seth, our founder and CEO, was the age I am now, about
Right.
8 years ago, and was speaking on the school tour that I told you about, and was showing us just image after image. And at that point, Thirst Project was only about 3 years old, and the water crisis at that time, 1.1 billion people didn't have
Wow.
access to safe, clean drinking water. And so
crazy.
I was a senior in high school. I was like, I'm leaving. I don't know what to do. I'll wait and bring it to my college. So then I brought it to my university, was able to start a club and do a number of different fundraisers, but then had the opportunity to leave Ohio and pursue an internship here in Los Angeles with the Thirst Project. And I thought I was walking into Facebook headquarters.
Right.
I thought it was going to be huge. It was amazing. And the actual office was smaller than my dorm room. And there were 2 desks and 4 chairs, and that was it. And I was like, oh boy, what did I sign up for?
Right.
But then really just the opportunity to work with more people like myself and to just help students become world changers. And then not just students, but also people like you, everyday people, not only just celebrities or brands or influencers. Everybody has an opportunity to make an impact.
Right.
And that's what I go to work every day
Everybody
doing.
has an influence.
Yeah.
Even if you're at home or you work in an office, like even a stay-at-home mom, she has influence over her family. Even if you work in a small space, you have influence over your coworkers, the places that you go, the family that you have. But you being so young and jumping out of high school to do something so honorable, and it's really like a very mature and awake decision for you to be conscious of what's happening around you and want to be a part of the solution. And then the fact that you guys are working with so many young children that are having like this same moment that you had, that's like, I need to do something about this, or I can do something
Yeah.
about this. How, for someone that's watching, that's maybe 15 years old, 18 years old, and they want to do better, they know that they have some type of duty to this world, to be a part of it, to be the hands and feet, to help others, but it kind of looks like a lot to do. How do
No.
you encourage them?
Well, what we were talking about earlier, and kind of my favorite motto in life, is the only difference between those who do and those who don't are the ones that did. And so, really, it's like there is no perfect answer, like you were talking about earlier. There's no perfect time to do anything. You are old enough. You do have enough money. You do have enough knowledge and experience. Just go do something. It's not going to be perfect the first time.
Right.
You're not going to solve the water crisis tomorrow, and neither am I. But it's just about taking steps forward and learning along the way and improving along the way, just like you would any other activity you pursue. You just have to take that same approach to it and embrace that kind of unknown or awkwardness that doing something new has. And then if you still feel that passion at the end of the day, you're doing the right thing. If not, you probably won't want to help anymore. And so
Right.
that's hopefully what we try to do here at Thirst Project, is bring those opportunities and bring that understanding of where is my influence?
No,
What ways can
it's
I make an
connecting the
impact?
dots, because
Exactly.
essentially there are a lot of, there's hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people that want to do more, that want to be involved, and they feel like they have a duty to do something, but they just see it as like such a big deal, or that they're so small, and that when they have more money, when they're a little bit older, or even there's people that have had dreams or have wanted to do something like what you guys are doing for over 30 years, and maybe they're in their 50s or their 60s now, and they've had this dream, and it's definitely not too late. But I think I love what you just said, because it's so true. There's I see ordinary people do extraordinary things all the time, and it is never perfect. There's always hiccups in the road, but I think that's the school that we go to, because a lot of us have never done what we're doing before. And I was mentioning to him that I don't have my nails done. I didn't really do my hair. I kind of had a long night last night, came in, and I was so excited about this. But if I would wait to have gone to do my nails, to have the perfect hair, to have the perfect outfit, it's not about that. It's not about me all the time. It's about what I'm trying to do. It's about my objective, and it's about others. And I believe that a small dream, starts with you, and a big vision really involves a community, involves people. We're meant to be in community and to help each other. And so many people say, why are there starving children? Why are there people dying of disease? We are the ones that have dominion over this earth. This earth is ours, and a lot of the problems that we have now are issues that we've created ourselves.
Yep.
So I just feel like if we're the ones that created it, we definitely should be the ones to solve it. And we are the ones that have our hands and feet on this earth. We're the ones supposed to give hugs.
Yep.
We're the ones supposed to visit those that are sick. We're the ones that are supposed to, even visit the ones in jail. Like, it's, no one's better than anybody, but I just love that you guys are doing this. And I just want so many more people to know about it. And I guess, how can people get involved?
Aha. Yes, people can get involved in a number of ways. Like we talked about earlier, just telling someone about this issue is the easiest and simplest way to get involved. From that, you can take this just knowledge and understanding and create fundraising events around it. You can create parties around it. We throw parties in LA all the time that are more fun based, but have a purpose and an impact behind it. And so we like to look at what anyone's doing in their life at that time, because throwing ideas to us is like throwing a dart at a blank
Right.
dartboard. You like, how can I guess what's going to work best for you without understanding where you're at first? And so we really like to understand where people are at and what they're doing, and let them look inwardly at that and see where opportunities bubble up in their own life every day that they might not be thinking about, to take that chance and do that thing and make that impact. And so it's really about taking more time to yourself to better understand, like, okay, here are the ways I have the opportunity to help.
Right.
What's that cause and what's that action I'm going to do? Those are the only two questions you got to solve at
So
that
people
point.
can do basically like events, or even, I know that you had given me an example, or you had told me that someone was doing a birthday party,
Yeah.
and instead of gifts, they were asking for donations to put some wells up. And I know that the wells do have cost, but they're very inexpensive compared to a lot of the things that we buy,
Yeah.
like our really expensive cell phones and cars and all that. How much does it cost to make a well?
It depends on where we're building our projects at, just because we have different permits and fees and
Okay.
different depths that we have to drill. So there's a number of different variables involved. And so in Kenya, our most expensive project is Kenya. It's $20,000 for one well that serves 500 people.
Nice.
That same well in El Salvador costs $15,000. That same well in Swaziland or Eswatini costs $12,000, and that same well in Uganda costs $8,000. And so, really, all in, that's what it takes to change the lives of an entire community for life.
That's what I
And
was gonna. My next question: how long do the wells last, or it's something that they can continue to maintain for years?
right now, it is something that is an indefinite number. We haven't been able to define, because we've only been around for 10 years, how long our wells will last on average. But like we said, we've had over 2,500 projects, and the majority of them have been living the entire time. And
Amazing.
so, yeah, it's great. We actually have a birthday party going on tonight or tomorrow
Yeah,
night, where someone is giving up their birthday
that's
and just
amazing.
inviting people to donate instead of give gifts or do that.
Where
And
can people contact you, as far as, like, let's say someone's watching this right now and they're like, that's a great idea. I want to do charity, but I'm a busy person.
yeah.
So maybe for my birthday, opposed to everybody giving me gifts, I could just, how can they get in contact with you to do that?
Yeah, there's two easy ways. You can slide in our DMs on any social media at Thirst Project. So just at Thirst Project. And then you can also go to thirstproject.org. And that is our website, where you can find just about anything world water crisis, how you can make an impact, and then also ways to contact us directly via email or calling us or even stopping by our office.
I definitely want to have you guys at my next birthday. I'll probably be doing something here in Los Angeles. So you guys are invited. And I'll
Woohoo.
definitely be going to the gala that's September.
September 28th. So here at the Beverly Hilton in Beverly Hills, California, it'll be our 10th annual gala, hosted by
Yay.
Angela Kinsey. And we are really excited to
Well,
make this an
I'm
exciting night.
expecting my invitation.
We'll see.
All right. Thank you so much for bringing me into your space. Thank you for educating these amazing people that are watching this. And guys, definitely I encourage you to get involved. If you want to do charity, if you want to be a part of something bigger than yourself, this is a very easy way to start, to get involved. And it's an amazing charity doing amazing things. It's hard sometimes knowing where to put your money or whom to trust. And it's a very transparent charity. So I encourage you guys to go ahead and look them up, do your research, and be a part of the change. You know, we're all in this together. This is our planet. Let's take care of it. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. And I'll put all the information below. So